Hi, Teri here from Stamping Magic. Welcome back to my channel. Today's project is this lovely gift box. I've used the painted Poppies stamp set together with the Peaceful Poppies designer series paper, and I created it to hold a gift for my friend. Now on the measurement screen that's coming up, I do give you the measurements for both the gift box and the card I created, but this video will just show you how to create the gift box. So let's get started. These are all the measurements you need for all the elements required to create this project. So if you are interested in reproducing it, you can take a screenshot and refer to it later. I'm going to use Mossy Meadow cardstock to construct my box today, and I've got two pieces. The larger one will create the front and the two sides, and the smaller piece will be for the back. Now I've placed the larger piece in my scoreboard with the short side across the top, and I'm scoring down at 1.5 inches, 4.25 inches and 5.75 inches. Then I'm going to rotate my cardstock clockwise and score down at 1.5 inches, 9 inches and 10.5 inches. Then for my smaller piece, again I'm placing it with the short side across the top, and I'm going to score down at 2.75 inches. Then again rotate it clockwise and score down at 1.5 inches. I'm going to cut the smaller piece first, and all I have to do is remove the small rectangular section in the bottom right hand corner and then slant cut each end of the 1/2 inch tab above it. I'll also remove the small rectangular section on the right hand corner of the larger piece, and then I'll cut up the rest of the score lines on that bottom section. On the top right there are 3 small sections on the corner that need to be removed, and one on the top left corner. Once that's been done, I'll also separate the remaining sections on the top to create 2 little side tabs and the lid of my box. So here I've already removed that bottom right corner rectangle, and now I'm cutting up the remaining score lines to create tabs along the bottom. Then I'll switch to the top, I'll slant cut that 1/2 inch tab, and then I'm going to remove the 3 corner sections. Then the 1 corner section on the top left it would be. And then I've separated the square side tabs from the lid of my box. Next, I'm going to round the corners on the 2 side tabs at the top and also the front flap on my lid. Then I can fold on all the score lines and reinforce the folds with my bone folder. I'm now going to join the 2 pieces together, and I'll do this by adding glue to the 1/2 inch strip on the smallest section. Then I can just place the larger section on top of it. Then I can add glue to the remaining 1/2 inch section and close the other end on top of it. And that forms my box shape. Now the section without the lid attached is the back panel, so that's the bottom tab that you want to fold in first of all. You can then add glue to the remaining 3 tabs on the bottom of the box. Fold in the side ones first and then the front one, and that'll leave a nice edge on the front. I can then add my gift inside the box and close the lid. This is the Painted Poppies stamp set, and I'm going to be using several of the images today. I'll also be using a sentiment from the Honeybee stamp set. I'm going to use the large splatter stamp to stamp a background for my sentiment, and I'm using Pool Party ink for this. Then for the actual sentiment, I'm going to use VersaFine Onyx Black ink. I'm going to use my embossing buddy first of all to prep the Whisper White card. Then I can stamp my sentiment and cover with clear powder. I'm using Poppy Parade ink to stamp my flowers, and I need 2 of them. And then for my leaves, I'm using Mossy Meadow, and I need 4. I'm using the small splatter stamp, and I'm going to stamp it twice for each leaf, and I'm stamping off each time. Then for my outline, I'm using VersaFine Onyx Black ink, and I'll stamp them and then cover with clear embossing powder. And then I can heat set everything with my heat gun. I'll be using the Painted Labels dies to die cut everything. Now you get 2 of the leaf dies in this set, which is really useful. When I cut out my sentiment, I'm going to make sure I cut it towards the top of my label die. That way I'll fit my rhinestones in. I'm using our basic rhinestones, and I'm going to colour them using the Poppy Parade Blends marker, which is alcohol based. I'll give them a couple of coats. They dry really quickly, just in a few seconds, so you can use them almost straight away. To decorate the front of my box, I've got a Poppy Parade mat, and I'm going to layer a piece of the Peaceful Poppies Designer Series paper onto it. And I've got the same for my lid, so a small piece of Poppy Parade cardstock and a smaller piece of the paper. I've gone ahead and added dimensionals to the back of my sentiment panel, and that's ready to add the rhinestones to. And then I've also added dimensionals onto the back of my 2 flowers. All the leaves will be glued flat. And that's it, my box is now complete. This box is 7.5 inches tall, 2 3/4 inches wide and 1.5 inches deep. And of course I had to make a coordinating card for it. I won't show you the inside because I've already written in it. I used a different image and sentiment for the card. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this project. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe and hit that notifications bell so you don't miss out on any future videos. Bye for now.